Now on Toledo News this morning, COVID-19 in Ohio. COVID-19 cases among the young and unvaccinated rise as Pfizer deems its vaccine safe and effective for those ages 5 to 11. Plus, the 2021 Susan G. Komen Race for the Cure in downtown Toledo, what you can expect coming up. And a preview of a special film screening at the Valentine Theater tonight at 7. Good morning, I'm Jaden Jefferson, and welcome to Toledo News this morning on this lovely Saturday. We start with an update on COVID-19 here in Ohio. During the week of September 5th, the most recent COVID reporting week, 230 Ohioans 39 and younger were admitted to the hospital for COVID, which is the highest number of admissions in this age group since the start of the pandemic, according to Governor Mike DeWine. This comes as Monday, Pfizer announced its COVID-19 vaccine is effective in kids ages 5 to 11. The data was eagerly anticipated by both health experts and parents concerned about their child's safety in the classroom. The dosage for those 5 to 11 is lower than the dosage for adults, but is just as effective, according to Pfizer. Health officials say that even as we are still in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic, it's important to get your flu shot, which is why the Toledo-Lucas County Health Department is hosting a series of appointment-only flu shot clinics. For the dates and times of these clinics, visit the health department's website. Today, a screening of the film We Are the Troopers will be held at the Valentine Theater in downtown Toledo at 7 p.m. The documentary follows the story of the Toledo Troopers, a women's football team that defied gender norms. I'll be there and have more from tonight's screening, including an interview with one of the troopers, Linda Jefferson. A Xenia, Ohio florist who abandoned couples on their wedding day has been sued by Ohio Attorney General Dave Yost for violating consumer protection laws. The civil lawsuit filed Wednesday in Greene County Common Pleas Court states that Desiree Gilliam Pace, who went under the name Flowers by Des, violated the Consumer Sales Practices Act by accepting money from Ohio consumers for weddings and other important events, but failing to deliver on services and promises. Consumers who suspect an unfair or deceptive sales practice should contact the Ohio Attorney General's office at www.ohioprotects.org or 800-282-0515. The University of Toledo's research enterprise is growing as research dollars for the 2021 fiscal year will total more than $65 million, an 18.3% increase in 1 year and 70% higher than research awards 5 years ago. The U Toledo College of Natural Sciences and Mathematics saw the steepest increase, with its researchers earning $24.2 million in research funding, up 18% compared to the fiscal year 2020 and up 52.8% compared to fiscal year 2019. This all comes as the university's Water Task Force will provide local, state, and federal officials with an update on its water quality and human health research during a special meeting from 10 to 11:30 a.m. Thursday, September 30th in Nitschke Hall Room 1027. It's going to be a cool weekend with the potential for rain today and clearing Sunday. Highs will be in the low to mid 60s and lows in the mid to upper 40s. If you frequent I-75 through Toledo, this closure isn't new for you. Northbound I-75 is currently reduced to 2 lanes north of I-280. This is all part of a major resurfacing project that goes from the Toledo Jeep plant all the way up to the Michigan border. Of course, we have the upcoming Susan G. Komen Race for the Cure in downtown Toledo. So this morning, I'm joined by Gretchen Awad of the Susan G. Komen Northwest Ohio chapter to talk a little bit more about this event that's happening Sunday. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. So can you first tell me, what can people expect when this race kicks off?
Well, we are going to open up all of our fun activities at 7 in the morning, just so you know. So we invite survivors and guests and their friends and family to come down and join us at 7 a.m. in downtown Toledo. We are thrilled to be welcoming everyone. Of course, we do expect a little different footprint this year. All things COVID have reduced some of the numbers in the registration, which is obvious and it's expected. But we will have sponsor expo. We will have activities for survivors, including special gifts from some of our sponsors. And that will be in Hope Village, sponsored by Mercy Health. And the kiddos can still have fun and fit their field by running the bases and having fun characters join in. And then, of course, we have our Survivor Parade that kicks off at about 9:30-ish. And then the official start gun will go off at 9:30 for the run. We always tell everyone the road to breast health care and services is not a simple one-way street. Everyone's needs are different, and Komen tries to fulfill all of those needs that everyone may have. So Komen invests in research. We are the #2 research researcher of breast cancer healthcare in the country, nonprofit. Our first is our government, and Komen is number 2. So every dollar tied to research has Komen money attached to it, which is a wonderful thing. We also fill in all those gaps that women or men may have when it comes to challenges in their life. So Jaden, financial barriers, insurance barriers, access to quality care barriers. Every day we walk in the Komen office and we truly believe and say to ourselves, it should not matter where you live if you live. So we want to make sure that everyone has equitable health care, and we reduce those barriers to care. It might be childcare, it might be insurance, it might be language barriers. There are many, many challenges and inequities in our healthcare system, and that's what Komen breaks down. Education, early detection saves lives. We've been saying that for going on 40 years now, and it certainly does matter. So we're always advocating for women to be their best healthcare advocates and making sure that they understand and they're comfortable with that process.
What are some of the activities that are going to be at this year's event? Of course, you have the actual race, but then you also have all the festivities leading up to it. So what does that entail?
It entails a lot of things. So first of all, we love celebrating our survivors. So Hope Village will look a little different. We usually have a big tent where all of our survivors can gather and get special pamperings and things like that. We can't do that this year due to all things COVID, but we will have small pop-up tents available. So we have special gifts for our survivors. We have music playing. We have wonderful food being brought in. We have all of course, the celebrations of our in memory and in celebration honorees. We have welcomed our Finley friends to come and join us in Toledo. We normally host 2 separate events, but because Finley went virtual, we welcome our Finley friends. If they want to run an event, they can come on up and join us. The kiddos will be able to enjoy Fifth Third Field, which is such a fun treat. They can run the bases. That will open at 7 in the morning as well. And then, of course, we love our Survivor Parade with the decorated golf carts and our survivors celebrating their years of survivorship. And Chris Peterson and Melissa Andrews, our friends at WTOL, will do a wonderful job with opening ceremonies that begin at 9. And then the race begins at 9:30, followed by the family fun walkers.
Gretchen Awad of the Susan G. Komen of Northwest Ohio, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Jaden. It was such a pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Many Americans partake in occupational therapy to help in their everyday lives, and the result is often positive. So what about occupational therapy for kids? Well, a local woman has started her own occupational therapy practice, which she says can help your child succeed in school, life, and play.
Right now, we have some practices within the Toledo area that offer OT, but they all have huge wait lists. So I just saw that there are so many kids that need services and not enough providers, and thought, hey, I'm going to open up a practice too and try to get some of these kids some help that they need.
Zimmerman acknowledges that other healthcare providers offer this therapy for kids, but she says her practice is unique because it meets families where they are and not in an office. A former healthcare employee and current therapist at a local school, Zimmerman hopes you reach out to her by visiting her website, defyingoddstherapy.com. That's all for the news this morning. Have a great Saturday, and I'll see you back here tomorrow.